Oh yes, it's movie night and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's movie night. Oh what a night.
Oh, what a night.
Haha, yeah. Man, you hear that bass? Man, you hit that note, man.
I tried.
Hey guys, welcome back to New Stuff TV, the Untechnical Tech channel. I'm your host, Antoine. It's Movie Night Richardson, and this is my beautiful co-host, Bonnie, bass in the voice, Richardson.
Yeah.
Because tonight we're going to be telling you about this movie we watched, because it's movie night. This is our third video. So we're going to call this episode 3.
Episode 3.
Season 1. Let's get to it. So our friends at Hisense sent over the 65-inch U8QG for us to check out. Seriously, what do you think?
I really liked it. I mean, it was a very good experience.
Dude, I'm thoroughly impressed with the build quality and the picture quality and some of the features of this TV. Okay, can we just talk about the sound of the TV? The picture and the build quality are impressive, but I'm mostly impressed with the sound. What do you think? I'll let you hear a little sample before we hooked it up to the surround sound, but what did you think?
Oh, I thought it was great. I mean, it was really interesting how the sound filled the room.
Yeah, from a TV.
Yeah.
So if you're a soundbar person, like with just a soundbar, no separate subwoofer, save your money. You don't really need to buy a soundbar for this TV because it's got speakers on the top, sides, back. It's got a subwoofer built into it and the bottom. So you get Atmos experience from the TV itself. That's why I'm so impressed. But anyways, we watched The Accountant, babe. You've been asking me about this movie for months if I wanted to watch it, and I kept saying no because I am not that big of a fan of Ben Affleck. I like Batman and a couple other movies he's been in, but I don't know, I just don't get excited when you say Ben Affleck. But I'm really kicking myself in the butt because I took this long to watch it and it's a really good movie, so babe, kick it off.
Oh, I mean, it's a great story, but I love it because it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle type of movie.
Oh man.
And there's so many parts of it, you really have to pay attention.
Babe, the action didn't really even get started till like halfway through.
I know. I think you were getting kind of antsy because there's a whole backstory to understand it. Yeah, it really was a build-up. But once they finally got to the point where it was at that very moment, which was in the middle, where they finished telling all the backstory, and then now he's in action showing all his abilities and how he's able to function and just work through life being an autistic person. It was a phenomenal movie. I really enjoyed it.
It's interesting because I don't know anybody who's like personally know anybody who's autistic, but in the movie, it's kind of incredible how he kind of decompresses and centers himself after his day. Like he went into his RV, and then he turned up the music. He would turn on flashing lights, things that would drive a person like me nuts. This actually kind of grounded him.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. Because even watching the movie, I'm starting to be like, I shouldn't be looking at this. This is gonna send me into like an episode.
Yeah, and it was just it was very interesting just to see all the dynamics of what a person goes through or their family goes through when they have a family member who is autistic, or even if they're autistic, what they go through and how they learn to function in society. So that was a really cool thing. But then just the movie itself, the story, how brilliant he was.
The level of focus. It's like the level of focus that this particular guy had and some other people in the movie. Man, it's nuts. Oh, the things he has to finish everything.
Yes.
Bruh, I barely finish anything. I barely finish getting dressed in the morning, but this dude has to finish. And when I mean finish, I mean everybody's dead.
Yeah.
I need to finish. You should go.
And I mean, I loved the characters in it. Well, obviously, he was fantastic. His name was Christian. Dana,
Wait, Ben's character is Christian?
his name was Christian Wolf.
Oh, that's his alias.
That's his alias,
Yeah.
but either way. So him, and then the character Dana, she was an accountant. I think that's what she was, that worked for that robotics company.
Oh yeah, the
And
little girl.
the younger lady. And they just connected, but she knew, she was like, what is going on? And she couldn't really figure it out, but he really took a liking to her and became protective of her. And that was something I noticed about him. If he connected with you, he became almost like a protector of you.
Yeah, and he didn't really do that with anybody.
Anybody, yeah. So it was something about her that connected them. And then for him to protect her in the way that he did was crazy. But then the more interesting part of the movie was from the beginning to the end, it pieced it together really with that guy Ray, who was the
director.
I don't know what he was, but he was the person that was
the treasury director.
Yeah. So him, whenever he told the story of, I guess really he wanted to know who this guy was. He didn't want to put him away.
He knew this guy. He knew who this guy was, but he didn't know. He didn't know what he looked like really. He just kept getting pictures of the back of his head, and he knew that this guy was helpful in a way, but he was still doing like criminal stuff, like murdering people, right? It's just a crazy story, and it just kind of, it's just so freaking good. There's so many layers to the story.
Yeah.
And the action though, oh man, babe, the action. Once the action got started, Ben comes out like, oh man, okay, so there's this couple he was helping with their taxes. Some bad guys show up to kill him, right? Or were they there to kill that couple or
I think
kill him?
They were looking for him.
I think they were looking for him.
Yeah.
But they was going to mess around and kill that couple. So he's over there just shooting with his long range rifle, and he notices what's going on. He snipes the guy out, and then he just comes out the back of the house with the same rifle and shooting it basically like it's a pistol.
Yeah.
Like, get off my lawn.
I know. I just couldn't believe. I didn't even remember. I was questioning you about how big are those bullets.
Oh yeah, I'm sure those are 50 cals.
Yeah, like, that was.
That was. At the end, they said it was armor piercing round, or not armor. I forgot, not armor piercing, but anti-tank rounds or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, either way, I mean, it was fantastic. The action scenes. I mean, I remember one point I thought this TV was an OLED.
Oh, yes.
So we were watching
I got to tell a little bit of backstory. So previous to this TV, I literally just got done with the LG B5 OLED TV video. So it's been up here for like a week, right? And so I took down that TV, put up the Hisense, which is a mini LED TV. And I'm telling you, that's how good it looks. We're watching this movie, and then she says,
I was like, man, this is such a great movie. I said to watch on an OLED because there's so many dark scenes. And then he's wearing, you know, a vest. It's black, and you can see the detail in this vest. It doesn't look like a blob of color. And I was like, man, I'm so glad we're watching this movie on OLED. And he was like, you have just given this TV the highest compliment. I was like, what are you talking about?
Hisense, good job. You got literally the highest compliment a mini LED TV could get, which is it looks like OLED.
Yeah.
She was fooled.
I was fooled. So anyway.
Yeah, the blacks look good, man. You could literally see specular highlights and detail within the black, like hair, clothing, in the scene when they're in the house.
Yeah, that's the scene I'm talking about.
All their asses in that house, by the way.
And he had on all the vest and his protection,
yeah,
and it's all black, but you could see stuff.
Yeah.
So, or see
Speaking
detail.
of all the gear they had, that one scene where they're on the little ledge inside, and then they start wrestling. They crash through something. They're on the ground. Then he reaches on the guy's LBV and takes a grenade off. I don't know what kind of grenade this is. I have no idea what kind of grenade this is, but in my head, I'm thinking grenade, go boom. Right?
Oh yeah, that he stuck inside of that guy's vest.
He stuck it on the inside of this guy's vest and held him tight so he couldn't get away. And it goes boom, and the guy dies, but Affleck isn't even affected.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a movie magic if I ever seen it, because the last time I seen a grenade go off on somebody, it was go boom.
Yeah, but it made me think maybe it was one of those flashing light things.
It could have been a flash grenade, but I don't know how they really work like that to kill somebody like that. I don't know. Either way, movie magic, man. It was an awesome scene, like, because he literally, like, just the combat, the hand-to-hand combat, the shooting was excellent. It was just like, it was just so freaking cool. And I'm really regretting that I hadn't watched this movie a lot sooner. But my guy was in it. Shane from The Walking Dead. What's his name? John Barenthal or something like that. Who happens to be his brother in the earlier parts of the movie. And this guy is all through the movie, right, as an adult. But you never connect the dots because they don't tell you that this is actually his brother. And then at the end, he realizes that's his freaking brother out there killing his guys.
Saying, I don't know what he was
mumbling like
something, and he knew
that was
his brother, Braxton.
And their little reunion, it was cute.
It was cute.
They had a fight, of course, because they're on opposite sides of things. Yeah. But it was nice to see them reunited. Then they said they was going to, start seeing each other again. But the movie had a good closure.
Well, it kind of did. And then I went and looked it up, and there's actually an accountant too.
I thought you knew that.
No, well, I heard there was one, like maybe being made, but I didn't realize it was really out.
No, it's coming.
No, it's out. I looked it up. Yeah.
Oh.
I think it might be even at the movies.
You know what that means.
We gotta watch it.
It's gonna be movie night season 1, episode 2.2. Or episode 3.2. Yeah.
Silly.
I gotta check that out. I definitely would watch another one. I don't know where it goes though, because like I said, it had good closure. Whereas he gave that girl the painting, he reunited with his brother, like the hero saves the day.
Yeah.
But you know who the real hero and MVP is? Hisense, man.
Yeah.
Y'all did a fantastic job on this TV. Like, that's all we watched as a movie night. I've watched other content because I got a full video coming soon. But yeah, the movie was filmed on 35 millimeter. I detected that almost immediately. So it was kind of hard to judge at first, with clarity and stuff like that. But then once I figured out it was 35 millimeter, I was like, they nailed this. They really did nail it. The skin tones looked pretty good. Mm-hmm. Motion kept up extremely well. This was like some good motion, like film motion. Not that juddery stuff that I usually get with a lot of TVs. And we were streaming this on Netflix, right? No, Amazon.
Amazon, I thought.
Amazon. So, yeah, man, good quality stuff. Anything else about the TV that just kind of stood out to you?
That remote control.
What about it?
It's slick.
But it's the same remote from all the other TVs.
No, it's like whenever you used it, it was so quick.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's not necessarily the remote control. It's the same one from all the other TVs.
Maybe how it interacts with the TV.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all have done with the responsiveness of the TV. It is smooth and fast. I was telling her how smooth and fast it was. I give her the remote and she says, I can't keep up.
Yeah.
It was like moving before you could touch it.
Yeah, it was like you barely touch it. It was like zoom, but I was like, whoa.
Yeah. The interface is smooth.
Yeah.
It's just smooth and quick, man.
It was like a NASCAR remote.
It really was, man. It's blazing freaking fast as far as the TV goes. Because a lot of TVs lag when you go through the interface and stuff like that. So I wasn't used to that much responsiveness. It was like 165 hertz of speed, because that's what this TV is capable of. Oh. So, okay, out of 5 stars, 5 being like the best movie ever, or just a really high quality movie, where would you rate this movie?
What, you mean stars? Like what I watch? Well, I would watch it again, so I'm giving it a 5.
Okay, fine. It's a 5-star movie, and I would definitely watch it again, and I would recommend you watching it again. Okay, so now we got to give the TV a rating.
I mean, the value?
Okay, if you were going to base it off that one experience you had, how many stars?
I'm going to give it a 4.7.
Ooh, you hear that, guys, at Hisense? A 4.7. That's high. I feel like we need to be a little bit more mean and tough on the TVs.
Why? I mean, if it's a good TV, if you were going to spend your coins on this, I would be happy with my coin purchase.
All right, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I gotta agree with her. 4.7 all day. I'm sitting here. Afterwards, I looked up the price and I was like, okay, it's Hisense. Hisense usually gives good value as far as pricing in the TVs. So I wasn't expecting it to be crazy expensive, nor crazy cheap, because it gave us so much. But I looked at it, it was on sale on Best Buy for the 65-inch model. What was the 65-inch at the time?
I don't remember, but it was reasonable.
The 75-inch was like $1,800 though.
Oh yeah.
$1,800 for a 75-inch one of these things. I was like, they just giving away TVs. They ain't got no sense. They done lost all their marbles over at the Hisense office.
Well, run and go spend your coins.
Go spend your coins, man. I say the TV's well worth it. We had a great experience, great movie night. And until we see y'all again, keep being good to each other, and we'll see you when we see you.
Bye.